Lots of people keep banging their heads trying to change their lives, when, in reality, their bodies remain stuck in the same place. The curious thing? The answer to more focus, more energy, less anxiety, clearer thinking, and even purpose, might just be in lifting weights, running, and rolling on the mat. That's right, 3 sports. Not 3 trendy diets, not 3 self-help books, 3 physical disciplines that, when combined, transform you from the inside out. It may sound exaggerated, but it's not. Some folks spend fortunes on therapy, supplements, motivational courses, and remain stuck, confused, unproductive. Meanwhile, the guy who trains Jiu-Jitsu in the morning, runs in the afternoon, and hits the weights at night is quietly building a fortress, both physically and mentally. It's not just about looks, it's about identity. You start seeing yourself differently, and that changes everything. The mind follows the body, not the other way around. Most people are trapped in the illusion that high performance demands something unattainable. But the truth is, if you master these 3 sports, you're already miles ahead. Each activates a different part of your nervous system, your soul, and even your behavior. And when they come together, well, it's like unlocking a version of yourself you didn't even know existed. But to truly understand this, you first need to dive into what each of these sports really delivers. Strong body, sharp mind, why weight training is non-negotiable. Many still think weight training is just about aesthetics, pure vanity. But those who train for real know that behind every rep lies a silent process of mental strengthening. Every time the body is pushed beyond a limit, the mind learns resilience, discipline, and focus. It's as if every squat set is also training against procrastination, anxiety, and comfort zones. A strong body doesn't just carry weight, it carries firmer decisions and clearer thinking. Weight training works like a daily laboratory of overcoming. You arrive tired, unmotivated, full of excuses, yet you still get in the gym. And there lies the secret, doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. This habit positively infects other life areas, study, work, relationships. Have you ever seen someone disciplined in weight training who is sloppy in the rest? Hardly. Because training shapes behavior, and behavior shapes destiny. Neglecting the body weakens the mind, too. A weak physique often signals a life that's loose, lacking rhythm, consistency, and grit. Now, when someone starts lifting real weights, they also start lifting their life. Weight training becomes a shield against mental chaos and an anchor in the routine. And it's curious how this changes the way you face the day, but this change deepens even more when the body starts to become hybrid. Endurance is freedom, the transformative power of running. Running seems simple, right? One foot in front of the other. But behind that simplicity lies an almost spiritual force. Running frees you. Frees you from laziness, apathy, repetitive thoughts that lock the mind. When the body moves, the mind slows down. And in this slowdown, many things begin to resolve, ideas appear, anxieties dissolve, and the world makes more sense. Physical endurance turns into emotional endurance. Those who learn to keep the pace in the last 10 minutes of a long run also learn to endure pressure at work, personal crises, days when everything seems to conspire against you. It's not just the lungs that expand, it's confidence. Running is like a rehearsal for life. You will stumble, want to quit, feel pain, but if you keep going, you'll win. And there's no shortcut, you just have to run. Here's a curious detail: the more you run, the more you feel ownership of your own body. And that feeling of mastery translates into autonomy, clarity, and even creativity. Have you noticed how many good ideas come up during a run? The body goes on autopilot and the mind wanders. Want to try? Run at sunset listening to Hans Zimmer and try not to feel invincible. But this freedom gets even more interesting when you start moving smartly, combining different physical abilities.
My man, hit the like button on this video and share it. All right, bro, chill.
Jiu-Jitsu, the real-life laboratory. The mat is a mirror. You can't fake confidence there, nor hide fear, everything surfaces. Jiu-Jitsu exposes, corrects, and sharpens. It's an environment where the ego dies a little every day, and that's liberating. You learn, the hard way, that brute strength doesn't solve everything, and that calm, strategy, and timing matter more than any shout or impulse. When a 70 kilograms guy ties you up on the ground like an octopus in a GI, you realize life isn't about size, but leverage. In fact, this is one of Jiu-Jitsu's biggest lessons: use the opponent's force to your advantage. Ever thought about applying this off the mat? Arguing less and listening more, reacting precisely instead of impulsively, turning the game around with technique, not desperation. Jiu-Jitsu teaches all this, in practice, no metaphors. Many seek the gentle art for self-defense, but what it offers goes beyond. It's raw, intense, physical self-knowledge. Each roll tests patience, humility, and adaptability. Some days you get smashed non-stop and have to come back the next day with the same drive. Sounds crazy, but that's where the strength lies. Even more so when you realize that to endure this kind of daily battle, your body must be trained like a true warrior's. The hybrid athlete's trinity, integrating the three for high performance. Weight training, running, and jiu-jitsu. Separated, each shapes a part of you. But together, they form a powerful trinity. The body gains strength, explosiveness, and endurance. The mind develops focus, resilience, and flexibility. And the spirit, yes, the spirit, begins to understand that living at the edge of exhaustion is, in fact, waking up to life with more intensity. The hybrid athlete doesn't train for vanity, but for a mission, to become complete. One day he wins with technique, the next with strength, and sometimes, just with breath. This versatility is gold. He can run a 10K race, face 5 rounds on the mat, and still lift weights like a titan. And the best part, without breaking down. Because he understands it's no use being excellent in one aspect and mediocre in the others. Integration generates consistency. Want to see this trinity working in real life? Look at a modern warrior's routine. He wakes before the sun, trains jiu-jitsu, runs to activate, and finishes the day with iron in his blood. Not because it's easy, because it's necessary. And those who live this cycle know performance comes when the body aligns with the mind, and both obey a higher purpose. But maintaining this level requires strategic organization. And that's where the power of a well-planned week comes in. Now that you understand the power of this triad, weight training, running, and jiu-jitsu, tell me, which one is missing from your routine? Or worse, are all three missing? The truth is your body is begging for movement, and your mind is pleading for direction. And there's no use pushing it off any longer. Either you strengthen yourself today, or you keep suffering the consequences of a weak and disorganized lifestyle. Are you going to keep trying to change your life while sitting on the couch? Or will you get up, face discomfort, and build a version of yourself that commands respect even in the mirror? Start slow, but start. Pick one: lift weights, run, or hit the mat. The rest will follow naturally. And if you want to keep receiving content like this, that speaks directly to those who want more from life, subscribe to the channel and activate notifications. Here it's about real performance.